Good afternoon. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's 12:35. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take Six. You can see photojournalist Paul Giorgio and I are cruising along I-4. We are just coming from a really cool story that you'll see probably next week. We visited the Port Orange Police Department today to tell you about their volunteer program. They're called VIPs, and we met kind of the queen of the VIPs, who is a 100-year-old volunteer who still comes up twice a week and volunteers, and she's been doing that for 4 decades. So we'll show you that next week with our Getting Results Awards segment. So we really enjoyed starting out our Wednesday with, you may have already seen her, Trooper Steve attended her 100th birthday party. So he did do a little segment with her as well. So we're really excited about that. But anyway, this is Take Six. It's where we get together after our new newscast, let you know what we're working on that you'll see on News 6 coming up later today. And on Wednesdays, we like to check in with our friend Erik von Ancken. He always has something interesting going on, and he's there. I see we're both wearing our seat belts. You're not actually, are you driving, Erik? Well, I know you're not personally driving. Are you in motion?
Julie, we are in the smoothest new six van ever built. Can't you tell? It's not. The suspension must be incredible. The camera is perfectly still. No,
I
we're parked.
know.
We're parked.
Okay,
But Paul, tell Paul
very good.
he's doing a great job driving. Great example of new six
Okay,
driversmanship.
yes.
Um, yes,
Paul,
so we're actually in Brevard County today, but the story we're working on for tonight is based in Volusia County. And so this comes from something that we reported on a lot over the last several months. It comes from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, where you probably remember this, Julie. The sheriff, uh, Mike Chitwood, heard about a case of a girl, I want to say 12 years old, who men online, who is an adult, older, I don't know, 20s, 30s, something like that, and allowed her into his life and allowed
mm-hmm.
him to have a relationship with her. And he was allowed into her house, I guess, unbeknownst to her parents, and they ended up having sex. Um,
Oh,
the man was arrested, and the sheriff went to his detectives, those two people you're looking at in the video there, and said, "What can we do to stop this from
mm-hmm.
happening? Enough of this already." The parents, from what I remember, didn't know anything about it until after the arrest. You're looking at some of the video that the sheriff's office gave us of some of the child
Mm-hmm.
predators, suspected child predators, and suspected child exploiters. And these are
Mm-hmm.
past situations where the sheriff's office has taken them into custody. But what these deputies came up with, these detectives, Julie, is let's start trying to be frank with parents, and let's try to go where they are. Let's somehow try to get
Mm-hmm.
through, because everything that we've said, right, is just noise, and apparently it's not
Mm-hmm.
getting through. And parents and guardians, grandparents, are still letting kids access the internet without any sort of guidance, without any sort of rules. We got to
Mm-hmm.
start trying to get this message through to parents, because they need to start monitoring their kids. If they
Mm-hmm.
don't, their kids will end up meeting strange people on the internet and coming into their bedrooms. And so
Oh,
they did. And Julie, what we're seeing, it's working. That's the follow up today.
nice. And so, you know, obviously we all know bad people are lurking on the internet, but what is the advice to parents specifically about how we keep something like this from happening in our own homes?
It's what we say over and over and over again, to the point where it's frustrating that people don't do it, that guardians don't do it. And look, I'm guilty too, right? I finally got my kid a phone. He's in seventh grade, and it's all he wanted for Christmas. And I caved and I said, I'll do it, but there's a lot of responsibility that comes with this. And I don't monitor him as closely as I should. I fully admit that. I try to. I'm aware we talk about this all the time, but it just comes down to being present. Like there are so many different ways you can monitor. There are apps that you can download, you can put on your phone, you can put on your kid's phone. So everything that your kid does, you can see it on your phone. I mean, that's probably the easiest way. But just checking the phone regularly, hey, I'm going to go through your phone. Why not? Like a lot of parents are afraid to go through a kid's phone. Why? I mean, you're paying the bill. The kid's living in your
Right.
house. Go through the kid's phone. You don't have to make any excuses or any apologies. If you don't want to be that intrusive, have conversations. Show me what's on your phone. Hey, what apps you got down on the phone? What's new on the phone that you've downloaded? What are you using?
Right.
You can certainly check the list of apps. I mean, we've talked about this. One of my biggest struggles is I'm an Android guy because it's better than an iPhone, and other people use iPhones like my kids, and so I've had to learn iOS. Like, I tell them all the time, like, this is so unfair. You need to get this iPhone right for you, but you're making me learn a whole new system that I didn't want to learn, right? That I don't want to have anything to do with because I stuck with my Android. But I got to learn your darn phone in order just to keep an eye on you. But hey, look, I mean, if you got a kid or you're in charge of a kid, that's your job, right? That's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do. So lots of different ways. The problem is parents and guardians weren't doing this, but when the sheriff's office started talking to parents, they did these regular meetings. They did them online. We showed some video of that where they streamed the video. Other parents would would go to these meetings, and they would set up cameras and they would stream the meetings, and they found out that there were other parents in other places or guardians getting together watching a stream from parents who were actually at the meeting. So, statistic wise, we pulled the stats, and they have seen a slight decrease in what they call production cases. So, one of the big
Mm-hmm.
problems that they have is kids take pictures and videos of themselves and send them to other people that they know or people that they don't know. And that gets them in trouble. That also, of course, leads to things, that is undesirable. Um, the sheriff's office, Julie, because, or I should say after, because we don't know if the meetings caused this, but we do know they did the meetings, and we do know that the numbers dropped where kids are not taking as many pictures of themselves and
Right.
compromising positions and sending it. So the sheriff's office says, hey, that's a win. We'll take it where we could get it.
Yeah. Absolutely. What time can we see your story?
6 p.m. And again, we will broadcast it at 6:30 online on
Okay.
clickrelator.com, the new 6 Plus app, which is when our digital newscast starts at 6:30. And that's actually a little bit more fun because we have a little bit more time. And so we can
Yes.
really dig into that topic a little bit more. You're going to see, we're going to do that at 6:30 as well.
Nice. Yeah. No time limit at 6:30, so that's nice. All right,
Yeah,
Eric.
so tune in.
Thank you so much. All right, we will. Thanks, Eric.
We're, we're going to get back to work. Bye. Drive safe, or Paul,
All
drive
right.
safe.
I Yes, yes, being safe. Don't worry. Bye, Eric.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
let's
Have a
get a
great day.
check of your forecast. You too. Let's get a check of your forecast now. The heat is continuing to crank up a little bit as we move through the next several days. That will be the trend. In fact, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So for today, we'll get close to 90. Remember, the normal high this time of year is right around 83. So we're going well above that with a high today of 88 degrees. Still feels pretty nice outside right now. The relative humidity, not what we see like in the heat of the summer. Tomorrow, then 90s back in the forecast. 90 tomorrow, 92 on Friday. Look at that on Saturday, 94. We bring an isolated shower into the picture for the weekend. Best chance of rain heads our way on Monday, which happens to be Earth Day, but still not a huge chance of rain even then on Monday. 30% chance of showers with a high of 89, then 86 on Tuesday. Chief meteorologist Tom Sorrells is off. He's on vacation. That means meteorologist Jonathan Kagas will be with us on News 6 starting at 4, so he will break down the heat and our next best chance of rain. Lisa Bell, Ginger Gadsden, and I will see you on News 6 starting at 4 as well. If you have any questions or comments for us here at clickorlando.com/take6, let us know what's on your mind. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you at 4.